everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Combat Talk. And I'm Sophia Foyer. In this week's rundown, we're going to start with the Wang versus Walker predictions. Then we have fight announcements. And lastly, we're going to talk about Gable Stevenson is making his MMA debut after CGI September 12th. Now let's get right into it. Okay, starting we have Iran versus Dyer at lightweight. Iran has an MMA background, uses heavy ground and pound, and he uses straight punches, powerful double leg, and has heavy hands. Meanwhile, Dyer has an MMA background and is well versed in the takedown world. And he's able to reverse the takedown if he gets taken down, and able to have his judo toss handy. He uses heavy punches, body shots, uppercuts, head kicks, and straight hands. But my pick for this fight will be Dyer because he's more dynamic and a whole lot stronger standing up against anybody in this division. But next up, we have Zhao Long versus Su Yong Yu at bantamweight. Zhao Long is a striker, knees to the body, very strong in the clinch, open stance, good takedown defense, uses straight punches to the body, hooks, able to stay on the back and find the submission. Su Yong Yu is an MMA background, uses low leg kicks, low defense, hook jab being a common combo he uses, leaves himself open way too much, rushes in for the double leg, and able to maintain the mount for a while and uses straight hands. But my pick to play it safe is going to have to be Zhao Long because of his power and the fact that he does leave himself open. As much as he does, it's bad, and it can just inflict a lot of damage for him. But the fact that he does, I don't know. You get my point. But on to our next fight, we have Zia versus Weston Wilson at featherweight. Yiza is a striker, counter fighter, cross-level change double leg for the takedown, uses good back control, straight hands, and low leg kicks. But Weston Wilson is a jiu-jitsu / karate background, counter fighter, open stance, feints the jab, times his openings and punches, knees in the clinch, and head kicks. My pick in this fight is going to have to be Weston because he seems like the more secure fighter and seems like more just confident in everything he throws. He's also just way more dynamic than the other guy. And next up, we have Michael Pereira versus Kyle Dawkins at middleweight. Michael Pereira is a striker, uses power slam, has crazy strikes, uses the Superman punches, has an open stance, uses the jab, flying knee combo, one of the crazier combos he throws, looking to take the back a lot when he gets to the ground. Meanwhile, Kyle Dawkins is an MMA background. He's a counter fighter, uses the jab cross brush to the clinch, is the most common for him. Knees to the thigh, hooks, looking to take the back. And my pick for this fight, to make it simple for everybody, is going to have to be Kyle Dawkins. He doesn't swing wildly. He is smart about fighting, not reckless like Michael. However, we have Rong Zhu versus Austin Hubbard at lightweight. Rong Zhu is a striker, a counter fighter, times his punches, has a good sprawl, hooks, body shots and body kicks, and straight hands to the body, and heavy punches, and ground game is questionable. We don't know much about it. So hopefully we'll see more this weekend. But we have Austin Hubbard. He's a freestyle fighter, a counter fighter. He feints the jab, uses straight hands, able to catch the kick to a Muay Thai trip, and has good head movement, uses low leg kicks. But my pick for this fight is going to be Austin Hubbard. He's looking a lot sharper, a lot better since the last fight. So hopefully we can see a good outcome for him, and hopefully he can prove that statement that he is top 5 in this division or top 15. But next up, we have Lonier Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson at flyweight. Hopefully I said that right. Lonier is an MMA background, has fast hands, good head movement, low leg kicks, spinning heel kicks, elbows, a judo toss, head kicks. All things that he is good at. But Charles Johnson is a Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu background. He's a counter fighter, good head movement, straight punches to the body, uppercuts, but not that good takedown defense. So hopefully we see some improvement in that realm. My pick is going to be Lonier, especially with the ground game. He's able to take it to the ground a lot faster if he needs to, And plus, his striking is just a whole lot better than Charles. So maybe we can see an interesting fight with striking, not only on the ground, but hopefully we can see some good striking from these two. Then we have Mahashata versus Gage Young at lightweight. Mahashata is a wrestling and boxing background. He uses fast punches. He's a counter fighter. Uses front kicks, straight hands, over the top with the right hand, and feints the knee and uses elbows. However, Gage is an MMA background and uses hooks, straight hands, looking for the knockout, uses the judo toss, the slip, duck, under, double leg, low leg kicks, and heavy power, if I could talk for you guys. This happens every video. But Gage Young is taking this one, and that's all I have to say. So moving on, we have the main card. Talia Lake versus Kiefer Crosby at welterweight. Kiefer is an MMA background. He's a counter fighter, uses low leg kicks, head kicks, heavy punches, hooks, blitz combos. Not good takedown defense, but Talia Lake is a striker and jiu-jitsu background. Uses head kicks, straight hands to the body, overhands, right, overhand rights, overhand lefts, front push kicks, jab, and then a good sprawl, elbows and body kicks. But my pick for this fight to play it safe is Talia Lake. But moving on, Sumidari versus Kevin Boras at flyweight. Sumidari is a striker background, uses low leg kicks, straight punches, swings slightly, and has blitz combos, heavy jabs, and ground game we don't know much about. Kevin is an MMA background counter fighter, uses the body kick cross combo, rushes in for the clinch, hooks, but Sumu, I'm going to call him Sumu, is my pick. He's way more skilled and way more technical, so I'm going to go with him. But next up, we have at heavyweight, Sergey versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Sergey is a striker, uses the slip cross, hooks, blitz combos, body shots, one-punch knockout power. But Waldo Cortez Acosta is a striker, fast submissions, forces the mount, overhand rights, blitz combos, straight punches. But Waldo Cortez Acosta is my pick. He's just way too fast and way too technical. For Sergey, unless Sergey can pull off something, it will not work. But we're going to move on to our co-main event. We have Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling at featherweight, people. Brian Ortega is a jiu-jitsu background. He has his fast and heavy punches, rushes for the takedown, looking to maintain control on the ground. Uses straight punches, good head movement, fast submissions, and tight submissions, as we all know. But Aljamain Sterling is also a jiu-jitsu background coming from Matt Serra's gym. We have feint low single he uses, heavy ground and pound, tight submissions, spinning back fist, straight punches, and the spinning heel kick. But all I have to say, Aljamain's got this in the bag. I'm sorry. I love Brian Ortega. But nope. But for our main event of the evening, people, we have Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang at light heavyweight. Johnny Walker is a striker background, has a heavy ground and pound, head kicks, knees in the clinch, elbows, flying knees, uses the step side kick, spinning back fist. And Zhang Mingyang is an MMA background, counter fighter, has an open stance, and step side kicks is something that he loves to do in his fights. Knees to the body, hooks, good head movement, low leg kicks. Double jab cross is another one of those combos. Front elbows. Now these two do a lot of similar things in their fights, but I do think Johnny is going to win a KO in either the second or the third round, trying to find an opening and land. Well, now I gave you your fight predictions, so now we're going to move on to our fight announcements. To start off, we have Patricio Freire versus Lozine Kita, September 6th. We have Frankie Edgar versus Jimmy Rivera, October 4th, at Bare Knuckle. We have Renier de Ritter versus Anthony Hernandez, October 18th. We have Kevin Holland versus Mike Mallet at October 18th. Manon Ferreira versus Jasmine Jusafakis, October 18th. We have Davison Figueroa versus Jackson, October 11th. We have Vincent Lueg versus Ponzebo, October 11th. Petrino versus Peterson, October 11th. Denizes versus Pinto, October 11th. Palestri versus Kalawas. Another fight for October 11th. And then we have Filiho versus Carpenter October 11th. Rocha versus Nicole October 11th. And then Rob Font versus Raw Rosas. I can't talk. Raul Rosas Jr. The Tweewees guy, as people know him. September 13th, UC Noche. And then, I don't know if this is real or not, but Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, November 14th. So, I don't know what to say about that. I think it's a little ridiculous and a little stupid, but hey, everybody has their opinion on Jake Paul, so hopefully it's not scripted. But now, lastly, we have just learned that Gable Stevenson is going to be making his MMA debut September 12th. And now, looking at Gable Stevenson, a lot of people know him for the Big Ten and the wrestling championship and an Olympic wrestler. And he's had some famous matches and he's done so well in his wrestling career. And he's actually going to be facing Craig Jones at CGI for the main event. And I'm kind of interested to see how he does in MMA. I think he'll do well. I think we've seen guys like him, like Daniel Cormier, Bo Nickel, and plenty of other wrestlers that have done well in MMA. So I don't think he'll be any different. But he is a heavyweight, so man, gonna be a heavy hitter with his wrestling too. But we're just gonna have to see how it goes. But I know that was another quick video for you guys. It's not that long, but we have another fight night next week, and I covered it. I know you guys are like, wow, she's doing another fight night. Then don't watch the video. But all I have to say is thank you guys for watching, supporting. So like, comment, subscribe, go share the channel, share the videos, do what you can. I will see you guys next week for another episode. I am your favorite MMA host, Sophia Foyer. I know there's some people that have been waiting to hear that for a while since I was in the radio and TV class and I used to do that. So I'm bringing it back today. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for another predictions video. And soon we're going to have another interview. So stay tuned. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye, guys.